everyone, so today I'm going to be doing my monthly palette update for the month of March. So the palette for this month was the Cargo Emerald City palette, and I have to say I loved using this palette so much. So last month I used the Coastal Scents Revealed, I think it was the Revealed 2 palette, and that one's more like pinks and golds and kind of rosy tone things like that. So with this one I wanted to kind of go a little bit, you know, opposite to that. So this one's a little bit more cool toned, but still has a bit of gold and pinky tones, but then it also has these really cool 3 green colors down here. But what I really loved about this palette so much was that even though the colors don't look like some crazy different color configuration or anything, I feel like I was able to get so many different looks out of this. I definitely did a lot of green kind of smoky eyes. Those were really fun. I did a lot of neutral looks as well because this does have some good matte colors. It was really easy to do a simple, just really, you know, not boring, but just a very simple kind of makeup look. That was very easy. I also like doing kind of just like a taupe kind of simple eye like I did today. This one's a little bit more on the gray toned. There's some gold shadows that I used a lot. So this was definitely so far one of my favorite palettes that I've done in this monthly challenge so far. I know I'm only 3 months in, but I am so happy that I'm able to kind of stick with it. Now I did kind of cheat just a little bit, like 2 times this month, but those were just so I could do other makeup videos, you know, for my channel. So I might cheat like once or twice a month just so I can, you know, make more video content, but definitely in my everyday life, this has been the only eyeshadow palette I've been using. And since I'm not limiting myself on anything other than the eyeshadow, a lot of ways that I found to make these looks a lot more fun and a lot more interesting and diverse looking, not just with this palette, but for any palettes, is to use a lot of different either like mascara colors or eyeliner colors or liquid liners, things like that. I like to kind of layer those together to kind of create a more interesting look. So I will insert some clips and some pictures of some of the looks that I did this month with this palette. So for this month, even though there's no blue in this palette at all, I actually found myself kind of using a lot of blue. So some of the products that I used a lot this month, this first one was a blue mascara. This is the NYX colored mascara, just the color blue. So this one I would use just on my lower lashes because blue mascara can be kind of a little bit out there. So I used this one a couple of times and I thought it was a really pretty and subtle way to kind of add more color to it. I used the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the color Deviant. This one is like a really bright kind of royal electric blue. So even though blue is a little bit of an unexpected color for this makeup palette, since it's very green heavy, I just really liked using the blue and doing more of a simple neutral look and then kind of playing up the color through those products. In some looks I used some of my Ulta liners. These are both the Ulta gel liners. One is the color Aqua and the other one's called Olive Oil. So a green one, a blue one, just really fun colors to kind of, you know, just make things look a little more interesting. And this is another product I really love how this looked. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. This one's in the color Voltage Blue. This one was such a fun, bright, kind of statement eye, and I actually matched that one to my workout outfit, which I don't usually do, but I was just really feeling it and it just looked really cute with my outfit. Then for St. Patrick's Day, of course, I had to do a really fun kind of green look. So with that, I used the green shadows from the palette, and then I also layered a little bit of my Photo Ready from Revlon. It's called the Eye Art. It's like this little duo of a cream shadow and a gold glitter. This one's in the color Desert Dazzle, but that green color was perfect to layer under the other green shadows. And then I did just a little bit of the gold glitter on the lower lash line just to kind of, I don't know, bring a little bit more light, and I really like how that look turned out. I thought it looked really pretty. So those are just a couple of the like extra products that I added in to like make the looks more fun, but I definitely think I'll be doing a lot of that more throughout my makeup challenge kind of videos because I just love how it looks, and I really like how I was able to kind of create some unexpected looks from this palette. Definitely a really fun one to use, and I'm actually gonna miss it so much for the next month. Which, speaking of, the next palette that I'm going to be using for the month of April is my Kat Von D Monarch palette. So this one I don't believe you can get anymore, like just readily available in stores. But this one I actually am so surprised that I honestly have only used this palette like maybe 3 times. It's such a beautiful palette, and again, this one is kind of a little bit more of a, I guess like a 180 to the last palette. That one was a little bit more greens and cool tones. This one definitely still does have a few cool tones, but definitely a lot more warm tones And another palette that I feel like I'm gonna be able to get a lot of diverse looks from just from the color palette itself. So in conclusion, this palette is definitely staying in my collection. I'm actually really sad that I won't be able to use it for a little bit, but I definitely really love this palette. You can actually still get the Emerald City palette. I've seen it on Ulta still for usually around like on sale for about 20 bucks. I actually got mine from TJ Maxx around Christmas time, and mine was $10. So it might be a little hit or miss if they're still in TJ Maxx, but I feel like it was such a great palette. The shadows blended so nicely. They looked beautiful. I feel like you could get so many different looks with the palette itself, and I would definitely recommend it. I feel like Cargo is such a no one really talks about that brand at all. I think that this palette looks great on so many different eye colors. And some people with green eyes sometimes don't like to use green shadows because they feel like it competes with their eye color. I just love green eyeshadow on my green eyes. I think it's so pretty. So that is it for my makeup palette update video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram. Link is below. And until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.